Every year, hundreds of millions of tons of potatoes are harvested around the world. Only a small share will become the thin, golden chips packed into familiar snack bags. Turning an uneven crop into a product with consistent color, crunch, flavor, and shape requires far more than simple slicing and frying. Inside a modern snack factory, farming, storage, washing, cutting, oil management, inspection, seasoning, and packaging must work as one continuous system. The journey begins long before the potatoes ever reach the production line. Potatoes grown for chips are selected for very specific qualities. Size matters, but internal chemistry is even more important. Chipping varieties usually contain more dry matter, which helps the slices become crisp while limiting how much oil they absorb. Sugar levels must also remain low. Too much sugar can make the slices darken quickly during frying and develop a bitter taste. Farmers therefore monitor soil moisture, plant health, growing conditions, and harvest timing with final frying performance already in mind. Even small problems in the field can appear later in the finished product. Heat stress, drought, bruising, or poor storage may create dark spots, uneven color, or weak texture. Before harvest, samples are often sliced and fried to check color, solids, sugar balance, and internal quality. Only lots that meet the required standards move forward. This early testing reduces waste and helps ensure that the factory receives potatoes suited for high-speed industrial frying. When the crop is ready, harvesters lift entire rows of soil and separate the potatoes through webs, rollers, and gentle shaking systems. The machinery must move carefully. A hard impact may leave no visible mark outside, yet still bruise the tissue beneath the skin. Stones, vines, clods, and damaged potatoes are removed as the crop moves into field trailers. From there, the potatoes may go directly to the factory or into controlled storage. Temperature, humidity, airflow, and carbon dioxide levels are managed to slow sprouting, reduce shrinkage, and protect the potato's internal balance. Chipping potatoes cannot simply be kept extremely cold because low temperatures can increase the sugars that later cause dark frying. Stored potatoes may be gradually conditioned before processing. This allows their chemistry to return toward the range needed for a lighter, more even color. Deliveries are scheduled to keep the factory supplied without allowing potatoes to wait unnecessarily. At receiving, each load can be traced back to its farm, variety, field, harvest date, and storage history. Technicians collect samples from every shipment. They check size, firmness, specific gravity, sugar balance, internal defects, and trial fry performance. A poor load can affect thousands of packages, so potatoes outside specification may be rejected or redirected before entering the line. Approved trucks unload into large receiving hoppers, sometimes with hydraulic platforms that tilt entire trailers. From this point on, the potatoes enter a synchronized system designed to move large volumes quickly without unnecessary damage. Conveyors release them at a controlled rate, preventing sudden surges from overwhelming the washers, peelers, slicers, or fryers farther down the line. The first cleaning stage removes loose soil before water is added. Rotating drums, vibrating screens, and dry separators shake away dirt, stones, and compacted clods that could damage pumps or cutting equipment. The potatoes then move into water flumes. Controlled currents carry them gently while washing away soil still attached to the surface. In many factories, wash water is screened, treated, and recirculated to reduce consumption while maintaining hygienic conditions. Once cleaned, the potatoes spread into a visible layer for inspection. Cameras and optical sorters compare color, shape, and surface condition. Green potatoes, rot, stones, clods, and other unwanted material can be removed almost instantly by air jets or mechanical rejectors. Sorting is more than a cosmetic step. A missed foreign object could damage equipment, affect flavor, or interrupt an entire production run. Accepted potatoes are graded by size. Oversized tubers may be cut in half so they feed more evenly into later equipment, reducing irregular slices and wasted material. Abrasive rollers then remove the thin outer skin, while water sprays carry the loosened peel away. The process must be balanced carefully because peeling too lightly leaves blemishes, while peeling too deeply wastes good potato. Peels and trimmings are collected separately and may become animal feed, compost, energy feedstock, or ingredients for other uses. After another rinse, final inspectors remove remaining eyes, bruises, or discoloration that could become much more obvious after frying. The prepared potatoes are now ready for one of the most precise parts of the factory. Metering systems feed them evenly into high-speed slicers. Inside, sharp blades sweep rapidly across each potato and create thin discs in fractions of a second. Slice thickness is one of the most important variables in the process. It affects frying time, oil absorption, texture, and the final level of crunch. Ridged chips use shaped blades, but every product depends on sharp, well-maintained cutting edges. The fresh slices fall immediately into flowing water. This keeps them from sticking together and washes away loose surface starch. Too much starch can cause uneven browning, contaminate the frying oil, and interfere with crispness. Multi-stage washers use controlled turbulence to separate overlapping pieces and clean both sides without damaging their fragile edges. The cloudy, starch-rich water is screened, and some factories recover the solids for secondary products. Washing intensity or water temperature may also be adjusted when incoming potatoes are close to the limits of acceptable sugar content. Before frying, excess surface water must be removed. Vibrating decks, dewatering conveyors, or air knives leave the slices damp but no longer dripping. This improves frying efficiency. Extra water would require more energy, increase steam production, and make the oil temperature harder to control. By the time the slices approach the fryer, they form a thin, even layer moving at a carefully regulated speed. The fryer is the center of the production line. Here, heat transforms soft, pale potato slices into rigid, golden chips. Continuous fryers operate within a carefully managed temperature range, often around 170 to 190 degrees Celsius, depending on the potato variety, slice thickness, moisture level, and product style. As the slices enter the oil, their internal water rapidly turns to steam. The intense bubbling is the visible sign of moisture escaping. During the first part of frying, that steam helps limit oil penetration while microscopic channels begin forming through the potato's structure. Paddles, belts, and controlled oil flow keep the slices separated. Without that movement, chips could overlap, stick together, and cook unevenly. Inside each slice, starch granules swell and soften. As more water leaves, the structure becomes firmer and increasingly brittle. This creates the sharp crack associated with a properly fried chip. At the same time, natural sugars and amino compounds react under heat, producing the golden color and roasted, savory flavors of the finished product. The balance is delicate. If the temperature is too low, the chips may remain pale, absorb more oil, and lack crispness. If it is too high, the edges can darken before the center becomes dry enough. Industrial fryers are therefore controlled in several zones rather than with one single setting. Operators adjust heat and residence time according to the characteristics of each potato lot and the style of chip being produced. The transformation takes only a few minutes, yet small changes in slice thickness, moisture, sugar level, oil quality, or conveyor speed can noticeably affect color, flavor, and texture. Steam extraction systems remove hot vapor from above the fryer, improving ventilation, energy control, and safety. Fresh oil is added as the chips carry some away. Filtration systems also remove crumbs and dark particles before they can burn, create off flavors, or accelerate oil breakdown. Oil quality must remain stable throughout production. Every batch passes through the same circulating medium, so changes in that oil can influence everything that follows. Near the fryer exit, bubbling becomes less intense as the chips lose most of their internal moisture. A perforated conveyor lifts them from the oil and allows the excess to drain back into the system. In a matter of minutes, whole potatoes have become lightweight golden chips, but they are still hot, fragile, and not ready for packaging. The chips spread across wide conveyors where they can cool without piling up. Gentle movement helps the surface oil settle evenly and allows the crisp structure to stabilize. Horizontal motion conveyors move the chips forward with less bouncing, reducing breakage and preventing delicate edges from turning into crumbs. During cooling, optical systems look for dark chips, pale centers, green areas, folded pieces, severe breakage, and other visible defects. Targeted air jets remove rejected pieces without slowing the mainstream. Human operators also examine samples, checking aroma, thickness, surface condition, breakage, and the sound and feel of the bite. Laboratory instruments measure moisture, oil content, color, salt level, and texture. If results begin to drift, the factory can adjust fryer temperature, conveyor speed, oil flow, or other settings before a large amount of product is affected. Only chips that pass these checks move into seasoning. Unseasoned chips enter rotating drums or controlled conveyor systems. Measured amounts of oil, salt, and powdered flavor are applied while the chips tumble gently enough to expose both surfaces without breaking apart. Even plain salted chips require careful control. Crystal size, feed rate, chip temperature, and surface oil all affect how evenly the salt sticks. Flavored products may use blends of spices, cheese ingredients, herbs, acids, sugars, or smoke notes. Automated feeders synchronize the seasoning rate with the actual flow of chips, preventing weak flavor during a surge or excessive coating when the line slows. Recipe changes require controlled cleaning to prevent flavor carryover and reduce the risk of undeclared allergens. Samples are tasted and tested throughout the run, so the first bag and the last bag deliver the same overall intensity. After seasoning, distribution conveyors divide the chips into several lanes and feed multiple packaging machines. Computerized multi-head weighers combine small portions from different buckets until each bag reaches its programmed target weight. This method is fast and accurate. It also protects the chips from the crushing pressure that would come from handling them in one large mass. Packaging film unwinds from large rolls and passes around a forming collar, becoming a vertical tube. The machine seals the bottom, drops in one measured portion, then closes and cuts the package in a repeating cycle. Before the final seal is made, much of the air inside the bag is replaced with nitrogen. This helps protect flavor, slows oxidation, and creates a cushion around the brittle chips during transport. The film acts as a barrier against oxygen, light, and moisture, which can soften the chips or degrade the oil responsible for their fresh flavor. Every package also receives a date code and production identifier linking it to ingredients, equipment, shifts, and processing records. Sealed bags pass through check weighers, seal inspection systems, and foreign material detectors. Underfilled, leaking, damaged, or suspicious packages are rejected automatically. Approved bags are grouped into cases, labeled, palletized, and wrapped for storage. Warehouse systems assemble customer orders before the finished product moves onto trucks. From there, the chips travel to distribution centers, supermarkets, restaurants, vending operators, and retail stores across large markets. What began as a soil-covered tuber has now passed through farming, storage, cleaning, slicing, frying, inspection, seasoning, and packaging. The final result looks simple, but its consistency depends on controlled decisions made across the entire production chain. That is how a modern snack factory turns ordinary potatoes into crisp, golden chips, sealed for freshness and ready to reach the shelf.